Alright, so we tore it up at the bar restaurant last night. Woke up this morning. Bikes are all wet. It's raining, but we can kind of see a little bit better because it's brought some of the smoke down. So there's the mountains and the lake. Beautiful. Down Main Street, we're gonna head over here to the tree house for some coffee. And then we're looking at about 6 hours to Spokane. We're gonna call them in about 30 minutes, find out if they have the parts. And the plan is to get the bike fixed today. Alright, so we're hitting the road. Next stop will be Nelson. Just want to show you what the hotel's front looked like real quick. This is the hotel we stayed in, this room right up here. Really cool hotel. Down Main Street. It's the lakefront real quick here in Kaslo. Kaslo Bay right here. Pretty cool. That's the hotel we stayed in. Oh, the lake's gorgeous. Well, we couldn't see it yesterday. This is really cool. So it's showing on the radar the rain's like this all the way to Spokane. So Lee and I have a way of finding bad weather on motorcycle rides. We're coming to the end of the lake here. Coming into the town of Nelson. So we made our U.S. border crossing in Nelway, and it wasn't too bad. It was actually kind of funny. We had a lady stop us, and she was kind of just having a conversation with us. She asked us if we had any food, and we told her we had some chicken breasts that we'd bought to barbecue at our next camp spot. And to be honest, they'd been in our saddlebag for too long, but we weren't allowed to bring it into the country, so they confiscated our chicken. And we thought she was joking at first, and then she got real serious and said, no, you can't bring raw poultry into the United States. So we lost our chicken dinner, and I'm sure they were cooking it up that night for dinner there at the Nelway border. So we just crossed the border back in the U.S. It's still raining. Probably be raining all the way to Spokane, but we got 2 hours and 20 minutes out from Westside Motorsports in Spokane. So hopefully they have some brake parts for us. So a little update on the repair. When we got within about 40 minutes, we called ahead. The parts were ridiculously expensive. It was going to be like almost $1,000 for brake pads and a disc. And Lee just decided he could get the parts off the internet for much cheaper when he got home. We'd already ridden 5 days on it, and he just decided to tough it out and get back home and fix it when he got there. The disc was already shot. So we went ahead and stopped at my buddy Andre's house just north of Spokane and hopped in the hot tub to warm up because we were wet and frozen, and we were glad to be done for the day. I stayed at my buddy's house here just north of Spokane last night. Some shots playing around this area, but we're gonna head for Seneca, Oregon today, which is down south of John Day. It's gonna be about 9.5 hour ride. And yeah, we're gonna go see Lee's son on a dude ranch. So it should be a fun day. So make updates as we progress. Alright, we're going to the town of Spangle. First town south of Spokane. We're on 195. We'll be switching over to the side highway, I think. Trying to get off those 2-lane highways are kind of boring, so I think we picked one up here out of Spangle. So beautiful morning, much better than yesterday. It is a little cool. It's about 56 degrees again into August 2023. Oh, yep. I have 2 different maps up. One's telling me one thing, one's telling me another. So back to 195 there. We're going to stay on this road, which is state route. It says 195 also. Anyway, this is the kind of road we're looking for right here. So I think what we're getting into is the kind of the rolling wheat fields out here south of Spokane all the way down to Lewiston. The big thing I'm excited for today is going down the spiral highway just north of Lewiston into Lewiston. So that's going to be pretty freaking neat. I hope this thing knows where it's taking me because I didn't look at this route very well. The Upper Columbia Academy. Nice school. Coming into the town of Waverly. To 27. That's what we wanted. Okay, cool. Oh, look at it out here. Getting up to Lee, we end up on gravel. Loose stuff. Colfax is next. We came down the side street, which kind of cruised through town. There's a shop up here with these cool little mini trucks. Here at the stop sign to the right. Check it out, they even got a little minivan. Things are sweet. Yeah, I don't know why I want one, but I want one. Down the spiral highway. Check this out. We're going down that road all the way into Lewiston. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm a little nervous. Okay. Speed limit is 35. lean it over, bro. You have to give me a comparison to Scott's Mountain. Two cars coming. Oh, there's one on the trailer. She keeps going. Lives up here on the Spiral Highway. That's badass. So you holding that front brake through that turn? Hold it while rolling. Okay. Back up, do it again. Am I going fast enough? This is awesome. Oh, a 15er. dump truck up that road. This is better than taking a dump truck down that road. And 1, 2, 3 more turns. Waypoint on the map. You did already? Nice. Yeah. Spiral Highway. That was totally worth it. Time? I don't know. Just outside of Clarkston. Going up out of the Columbia or the Snake? Snake River Gorge. Next stop, Enterprise. That's a cool rodeo right there. Oh yeah, you go in there, you go out for a rip, stop at Bud's. This is the Spiral Highway on the other side. For some 90-10 off-road tires. No, these are 50-50s, but cool, dude. Sign on video, but we just entered Oregon. We went down into a canyon, now we're coming back up. The road is Highway 3, I think, from Clarkston to Enterprise. This road is amazing, so fun. We went up to 4,000 feet down to the river. Now we're going back up again. It's windy. There's no traffic. Into Enterprise. That was a fun ride from Lewiston to Enterprise. Highly recommended. See these big old beautiful mountains off on the other side of town. Joseph is just down to the left. We're going to go out to the right towards LeGrand, Pendleton, and down to John Day. So we're just pulling out of Enterprise. We're going to go up through LeGrand to Ukiah, Oregon, and then down to John Day, and eventually end up in Seneca, just south of John Day. 4 hours ago. Ukiah, Oregon, after going through LeGrand. Now we're on our way down to John Day. Thought they would have gas in Ukiah, and they did not. So it is 80 miles to John Day. My bike says I have a range left in the tank of 81 miles. So we're going to find out how accurate that is on the BMW, the range to end. Anyway, I drove this road earlier this summer with my family in the truck, and the whole time I was thinking, man, I wish I was on my motorcycle with my buddy Lee, and so we decided to come back and ride this. And it is a great road, right down the river here. So it should be an hour and a half to John Day. This is tonight's stopover. We're on a ranch in Seneca, Oregon. Lee's son is a cowboy out here on this ranch. There's the ranch house. And we just pulled in. It was a nice 11-hour day. This is their bunkhouse. So we're gonna throw some tents up here and spend the night. All right, last day. We're just leaving the Cowboy Ranch we stayed at last night. We're in Seneca, Oregon. Heading out a gravel road back to the highway. Sun's up. There's really a lot of dew last night, so our tents are all soaking wet. It's about 43 degrees. Pretty chilly for August. Some fog out here in the hills, the mountains. It's going to be a pretty ride down to Burns. Then we'll go from Burns to Riley to the Wagon Wheel Highway, Wagon Tire. And then I got to say goodbye to Lee, and I'll head down to Lakeview and then Fall River, Bernie, and Redding. He's going to head over to Pine, down to Eugene, and then home to Corvallis. So about 7 hours a day, another 400 miles. It'll put us right around 2,300, somewhere in there. So Lee's favorite part of the trip is when I have to say goodbye to Lee. And so he just turned off on Wagon Tire Road, and I'm heading for Lakeview. So the next 277 miles, the first day I'll be doing solo here, heading back to Redding. On this ride quite a bit, actually. So it's not as much fun hitting territory you've seen before, but this is a pretty good ride, especially once we get on down into south of Lakeview, down into Fall River. Really pretty area. So anyway, let's keep trucking away at it. Should be home in about 5 hours. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Back at home, it was a total of 2,000, almost 400 miles, 2,356.5, I think is what we ended up doing. 7 days of riding. It's almost, looking back on it, feels like several different trips, just because the way it was kind of broke up. We kind of did the Oregon coast, and then we did Canada, and then we did Eastern Oregon and Eastern Washington. Amazing trip. Just still kind of processing all the scenery and the fantastic roads. Great gravel sections, super awesome twisty, windy roads. Just, I'm trying to pick out a favorite part, and it was just, the whole trip was great. Always just so much fun spending time and hanging out with Lee. We get along so well together, and we ride so well together. It was really a great trip, other than the brake issue with his bike, which it just made it through the trip with that issue. We weren't able to get parts for it, so metal on metal still stops. He does need a new rotor disc for the back, or brake disc for the back, and he'll get that replaced and ready for the next ride. But overall, these bikes did fantastic. They're so comfortable to ride. They're good at everything as far as the off-road stuff. You know, be able to just jump onto dirt or gravel and then back on the highway doing 80. It's just a very comfortable bike. You can take a load and it doesn't feel like it's overweight. Love this bike, absolutely love it. So we're starting to plan. We're actually planning the next ride while on this ride. We've got a couple ideas of what we want to do next, but great ride. Thanks for following along. We're working on the camera skills a little bit. It's really hard to film these trips because you're so oriented on getting to where your next spot or the actual ride, that stopping to do the filming or filming while you're riding, it's just not ideal. Obviously, if we had more time and could really focus on making a video as the primary goal of the trip, that would be something, you know, a little different mission. But for this, it was the ride. And one of the things I loved about this trip was the way it evolved. We didn't have a hard set, let's go to this waypoint and stop, and have that all set up prior. We kind of just went with the flow. Let's see if we can make it to here. If we can't, we'll just go somewhere else. And so when we got into Canada, we were going to go to Whistler, but it was real smoky up there. There was some road issues between Whistler and Kamloops. So we just went with it. We decided to go to Revelstoke instead, which I'm super glad we did because I'd never been there. And it was really a cool ride, neat town. I think it was beautiful, really smoky, but I'd love to go back up there. And then the ride down from Revelstoke back into Washington was incredible. Absolutely on my, should be on your to-do list. I'll probably do it again. Just lakes for days. It was just amazing. So anyway, thanks for watching. We're gonna wrap this one up, and we'll see you on the next motorcycle adventure.